spend a few minutes talking about choices. We all have choices to make, from the most mundane things to the big decisions that we have to make. And it's not likely that most of us will have the type of decision to make that Arjuna was stuck with. And sitting on the battlefield paused in time with Krishna as his charioteer was a very intense moment, I'm sure. But it doesn't take away the fact that we all have choices. And some of those choices are just plans that we make and how we want to execute them, and how we want to express ourselves in our life. And the message, in very broad strokes, that Krishna was communicating to Arjuna around choice is one of making decisions based on what action will bring you closer to God. And that's part of the path of yoga, if not all of it. Certainly to move closer to God and to use our life and our experiences to make decisions, to make choices that facilitate that direction. And sometimes you'll be given things that you have to make choices around that you didn't create. It's not a plan that you're trying to put forth in the world. It's just a life event that happens, and it requires you to make decisions. And sometimes in making decisions in those instances, we can feel like we're in the fire. And I believe that's how Arjuna must have felt. And given the intensity of his decision and the depth of his processing, he fully deserved that frozen moment in time for a little extra time to ponder how to move forward. But oftentimes we're called to action straight away. And so as much as we can anchor into making our choices based on our truth and how we can move closer to God, then I believe that we're following as closely as we can in the footsteps of truth and learning the lessons that were presented by Arjuna and Krishna in that incredibly intense moment.